I mean business, dog. I'm trying to get it, you can tell that I'm committed, dog. I'm really with it, I don't half-ass, won't pass that backwood. Smoke it halfway, then pass out, it's that good. I mean business, dog. I'm trying to get it, you can tell that I'm committed, dog. I'm really with it.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Isaac Mashman here. You are now listening to Chase the Vision with Isaac Mashman, the podcast, episode 31, and Friday Fire number 4. Now, today's episode is going to ruffle some feathers. I already know it will. This is also going to come paired with a YouTube video. I'm actually probably going to release the YouTube video a couple days prior to releasing this video, or to this podcast, rather. But it is going to be talking about entitlement. It's going to be talking about how entitled people are. And, man, to get this started, I want to go ahead and ask a favor of you guys. Now, my podcast was created with the goal of helping other people achieve massive success, to help other people chase after their vision and to be the very best versions of themselves. And so with that and with the value that I'm giving out, if you receive that value, I ask that you share it with a friend. Every episode that you get value from, share it with somebody new. Share it with your mom, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your aunt, your business partner, whoever it might be in your life, a neighbor, a random person at the store. Share the podcast with them. That is the one way that this show is going to grow. I'm not spending a bunch of money on advertisements, and I am also not clogging your ears with 20 minutes of advertisements before I talk about the topics. You have to deal with like 2 minutes of me talking before I give you the value. Like, that's not a bad trade-off, is it? So, least you could do would be to help me out. Now, let's talk about entitlement. The other day on Twitter, I saw something, and it was, internships should be paid. Unpaid internship should be illegal. God, it made me cringe. It made me cringe so hard. And it got me to asking myself, like, why would somebody think that an internship that is a training to give you in-field experience should be illegal? And through having a conversation with a friend of mine, she and I agreed that it was entitlement. It was people who think that they are entitled to everything. They're entitled to money. They're entitled to having everything their way. And that's just not how life works. That just isn't. You know, it's the same exact thing from having kind of like a socialist viewpoint, you know? Like, I'm not trying to get into politics, this is facts, man, and I'm a businessman. And if I'm a businessman, I'm going to do things and I'm going to believe in things that would be beneficial to me, my business, and my people. The better off I am, the better off my family is, my friends are, and the people who are in association with me, right? In a socialistic economy, in a socialistic country, everybody has the same exact thing. Everybody is entitled to a certain degree of, materialism. They might get a paycheck every single month. It doesn't matter how much work they do or they don't do. They're getting all the same. There's no top, there's no bottom. There's just one level. One level. And that discourages the competitive market. That discourages people from working for what they want. It's like all of these free things, right? Like, college should be free. Education should be free. Well, guess what? If you work hard, you can get a scholarship to go to college for free. I do not come from money, and I could have gotten a full ride scholarship. I tried. I put a value on my education. It's like the sense of entitlement people have. They think everything should be given to them. Just because mommy and daddy, when they were growing up, were giving them every single damn thing that they wanted, that's not how the real world works. There is such thing known as the law of reciprocity, and that says that for whatever you give, you will also receive. Anybody who earns money without taking action does not value money. There is a reason why I do not believe in giving services for free. Because by giving services, you are not valuing yourself. Now, you're probably like, that's kind of, that you just said something that's conflicted to the internships. Well, guess what? There's a difference between being somebody who doesn't know anything, who is learning, and then there's a difference between being somebody who knows something and is making it his business. There's a huge difference between those two things. An intern goes into a program to learn something. Yes, that could be counted as training, but if an internship is a qualification in order to get a master's degree or in order to, level up Well, guess what? Sometimes you need to be humble. Sometimes you need to realize that, hey, I need to learn and I need to have the experience, and it is a blessing for this company to even let me work with them side by side when they wouldn't even think of hiring me because I didn't have any credentials. It is a chance for you to have a mentor. It is a chance for you to learn from somebody or to learn from a company and to learn trade secrets even that you otherwise wouldn't have known. It should be a blessing, if anything. If it's a paid internship, then it's not a damn internship, it's a job. An internship allows for you to work for a news reporter who has zero experience, right? An aspiring news reporter who has never held a news reporter job to work at a news station to get firsthand experience. It is much easier to secure a job with experience than without an experience. And that internship is giving you experience that could even lead to another job. I have known a lot of, internships lead to secured jobs at that same company because of how well that intern excels. You set your price tag if you're good enough. A lot of people go into a job and let their job tell them how much they're going to be making. If they valued themselves a little bit more and weren't afraid of asking, they would set the price that they would work at, because they'd be like, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I bring to the table, and this is why you could benefit, and this is why I am worth this amount of money. That is not entitlement, that is facts, and that is self-confidence. That is self-confidence, but that is not entitlement. There's a big difference. There's a difference between thinking that you're the shit, and there's a difference between being the shit and knowing you are. A lot of people think they're something that they're not, and I hate to break it to them, they don't have any experience. They don't have any knowledge. They don't have what it takes. But now for the people who have the experience, who have the knowledge, or who have the humility to go out and learn, those are the people who are actually capable of saying that they have what it takes. But the people who actually have the ability to say that they're entitled, or to act like they're entitled, usually don't, because those are the people always striving for new levels. They're not focused on flaunting. They're not focused on, saying, look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm entitled, or I know this, I know that. No, they're focusing on new levels, and they don't care what other people think. They're honed in. They're a high performer. We live in an entitlement society, an entitlement-driven society. Just because somebody has a certain number of followers, a certain lifestyle, a certain this, a certain that, everybody's trying to flex and stroke their dick on egos. That's what people are doing, man. Society is full of ego-driven people. Human beings are 80% emotion, 20% logic. I mention that a lot of the times. There's a reason why I mention that. Because if you understand how that works, you'll understand a lot of society. You'll understand why things are the way they are. So guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 31 and Friday Fire number 4. Expect a lot of amazing content, 2 to 3 episodes every single week. And make sure to share this with a friend if you got any ounce of value. And to follow me at Isaac Mashman on all social media and go to isaacmashman.com. Much love, and always remember to live without limitations.